Welcome, world, to my podcast. It's Just Different with Ty, where I talk about social and political issues. I am here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I have a lovely guest with me. Please introduce yourself to the world.
Hi, my name is Malika, and I'm the owner of Juicedjuicebar here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Of course. Thank you for having me on your podcast. World, my name is Jawari Boyd. I work with my family business here in Raleigh, North Carolina, Juiced. And so it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure to just chop it up, to have the opportunity to talk about what we care about, what our passions are, what we're doing for the community. And I think we're going to have a good time. I think we're going to talk about some good stuff.
That's right. So if you're in Raleigh, North Carolina, come stop, get some juices. She has two locations, one here, which is 434 Hill Street.
Correct. And the other one is 3301 Quarry Road, about 3 miles down the road.
You know, my sister lives literally down the street from him, and I was telling him, because we just actually met a few days ago, and I was like, man, I drove past so many times, and you know, I was looking for a good spot for juices, and I was going different places. They just weren't tasting good. I'm keeping 100. We found this place. We seen it finally. You know, again, we passed by so many times, and you know, I think it was because of construction or whatever going on there. You know, we was like, hey, there's a juice bar right here. Let's try it. And you guys do have the best juices, smoothies in Raleigh, North Carolina.
It's an honor.
I will say that right now, and I stand on that. You know, for real. So, and tell us, let the world know. Even though we had your mother on, and you know, but you could say it as well. The locations to your juice, just in case if people are interested in coming to, you know, try. Because again, you guys, it's like no other.
Okay, so we're slowly but surely spreading across Raleigh. We have two locations. Our home base, which was founded in 2019, is right there on 3301 Rock Quarry Road. That's Raleigh, North Carolina, zip code 27610. That location is in Southeast Raleigh, right across from the high school. And this location that we're actually recording in is our second store. And so this is 434 Hill Street, right across from St. Augustine College, HBCU. You know, shout out to my HBCUs out there. And yeah, both locations, they have their own spirit to them. The first store is kind of a grab and go kind of feel. You walk in, you're greeted with love, you're made your smoothie, and then you're able to just kind of head out. Our other store here, it's a lot more intimate. The idea is that you get to sit down, you get to relax, you get to talk to each other, host meetings here, watch TV, really just get to kind of kick back and enjoy your smoothie experience. So it's a pleasure and it's a blessing, honestly. So we're very happy to offer these to the community.
Please, ma'am, let us know what led you here. Well, originally, you start off your story. Where you from, and what brought you here to Raleigh, North Carolina?
Okay, it's funny that you say that, because every time someone asks me where I'm from, I tell them New York, and I got to do all of that because New York. But I am from Queens, New York, and I've been here since 2005. I absolutely love Raleigh, North Carolina, and we've been open since 2019.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank
Now, when you came here from New York, was the thought process always, you know, to do a juice bar? You know, how did all of that happen? What was the motivation behind that?
Okay, so to make a very, very long story short, no.
You can make it long.
Okay. Okay, so I came down, transferred with my job, retail management. And shortly after that, I became a therapeutic foster mom. And so I decided to leave work and focus on the children. And at that time, my son was graduating, going into high school. And I just decided to stay home and take care of the kids. And I did a little bit of retail management here and there on assignment, to open up stores, to do training for different companies. And then I stumbled upon location that became available. It was an old hair salon, And at that time, I was doing my neighbor's hair on the block and family members when I traveled. And she said, hey, you know, this way you should look into this because, you know, you could just do a couple of services and make really great extra money. That was not the plan. So my son was on his way to college and he said, Mom, what did you do? And I said, I opened a hair salon. And so the hair salon has been open for 15 years. And during the course of my clientele growing extensively, nutrition always came in the conversation as far as healthy hair, healthy skin. And so we started to prepare smoothies and drinks and suggesting teas for the clients. And some more real estate became available. And at that time, we just ventured and said, we're going to occupy that space and open up a smoothie bar for which this part of town, Southeast Raleigh, there's absolutely no smoothie bars.
Really?
Correct. So we were the first ones to offer that type of health alternatives to the community.
Wow, that is great. That is great. See, that was a needed long story because we needed to know the background and the history. So, why juices? You know, and I'm not saying like it's a problem, but we need our juices. But what is it about juice that you feel that our community needs? Okay,
so keeping in line with Marcus Garvey, when you see a void, you fill it. That was the biggest void. And then just gaining the insight on why we as humans are so prone to disease is the rapid change in our food, the food that we're consuming, the foods that's offered to us. Being in Southeast Raleigh, there is a distinct difference in the foods that are offered here as opposed to other communities. So a lot of people, unfortunately, do not have the knowledge or have not been exposed to the knowledge that what you ingest is either going to be for or against your body. And so healing takes place based on what you are putting inside of your body. So you have to eat good, cleanse out all of the toxic foods, and your healing will begin. And we're talking about things like diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis, and a whole array of other symptoms.
Did you take an interest in this at a young age? Like, where did it, you know, because most people I'm around, unfortunately, their health is not their priority. Like you say, it's toxic food,
yes,
and things of that nature. So, what sparked you, or what interests you, or what motivation, or peers or family? Was this something that you was just born into, where it was, our health is the key and everything else, or what was with that?
Well, we did not, in my home growing up, we did not do juicing. That didn't happen, but we were very conscious about what we were eating. So my parents definitely kept us away from Twinkies. We consumed a lot of fruit in the house. We did not eat pork. What else? Drank lots of water. And I don't know if that was because we had money or not, but we drank lots of water. And we did a lot of outside exercise. That is completely missing right now with today's children, but we were completely outside. And so it wasn't too far-fetched. So once I started to dive into research on herbs, fruits and vegetables, it was very believable. There's nothing that I can say, I'm not too sure if that's the truth. It is the truth. These herbs you can find them all over the world. They're put here and they have certain effects on our bodies, and most of them are healing. And so when it came down to now, you said why juices? That was your question before. We specialize in smoothies, so we do cold press juicing. But smoothies, we're in the South. It's rather hot for a large percentage of the year, and this is a great way to consume your fruits and vegetables and lots of supplements where you're getting additional minerals that you wouldn't normally get. So that's what we do. We create something that's great for your palate that is going to heal your body.
So talking about smoothies, you hooked up some smoothies right here. Can you tell us what smoothies these are right here, what you put in them, and the use for them as it pertains to the body?
Yes. Okay, so let's start off with the Ginger Glow. That's our most popular smoothie.
That's this right here, right?
That's the yellow one.
Yeah, right.
Yep. And so the Ginger Glow is composed of mango, pineapple. There's some apple in there, as well as ginger and orange. And so the Ginger Glow is fantastic. It tastes delicious. It's super refreshing. It has kind of like a tropical palate. So you may taste it and feel familiar notes of a lot of those fruit that you're familiar with, mango, pineapple. But each fruit is picked with love, right? So orange, of course, we talk about vitamin C, and we talk about just what it does for your skin and your nails. We talk about apple and hydration and the fiber that comes from the apple. We can talk about ginger and how ginger aids in digestion, and it helps out with any type of like morning sickness or nausea. The Ginger Glow itself, pineapple for muscle soreness and muscle recovery, is really awesome. There's a component in pineapple, bromelain, and so that's kind of the big. That's why I advocate for pineapple as like a fitness guy. It'll help you out with like muscle recovery and muscle soreness. So Ginger Glow, it kind of got a whole lot going on. It can give you a whole lot, and it's really tasty. That's kind of the beautiful part. And then right next to it, one of its sisters, we have Pick Me Up. The Pick Me Up, it is composed of avocado, there's spinach, and mango as well in there. There's ginger in there. It's another good smoothie. We like to diversify the menu between having smoothies that are a little bit easier to kind of step into and smoothies that are a little bit more, I guess, complex in the palate, right? So the Pick Me Up, now we're introducing fruit like avocado, right? So for some people that may feel like, whoa, I don't know about it, but if you're trying to look at ways to stay full and you're trying to introduce healthy fats into your diet, we want to make sure we can offer those in a way that's really tasty. And so the avocado is kind of buddy with the mango and the spinach to really give you a flavor profile that you can be okay with. And then we get more complex smoothies like our Just Beat It that involves beets. So, that's kind of stepping into some different waters for a lot of people. Our Detox Me Please, which has really been climbing the ladder as far as popularity, that one includes a lot of our supplements like our maca root and our spirulina and wheatgrass. And so we pride ourselves, we call our smoothies the super smoothies. We pride ourselves in making sure that our smoothies can really meet anybody's needs and desires. We have people who come in and tell us that they just came from a workout, or some people who said they just want something that tastes good. And we're very proud to say that we can meet the needs of all of our customers. So yeah, I'm proud of our menu, and we're expanding. That's the cool part about owning a smoothie store, is that you grow and evolve with the needs and demands of your clients. So as we go into Easter and people are looking for more carrot-based items, right? Now we're trying to look into like a carrot cake smoothie that's going to focus on a carrot kind of base. So it's a lot of fun. You can have fun. It's like being an artist. It's like being an artist, being in the lab.
Most definitely. Thank you for breaking that down, because I'm not gonna lie, the way how you broke the all the apples and the ginger, if you have a nausea in the morning, I just know, okay, you take these things, and it's supposed to be healthy for you. I never really knew the exact purpose all of these fruits and things played in your diet, and and thank you for breaking that down. Now I want to know, how did you know all this? Was this something that was taught to you by your mom? Did you take the initiative yourself to just start reading and learning? And you know, because what you said was incredible, man.
I appreciate it. I'm happy.
And important and needed.
It is. It's very needed. I'm happy to share my testimony. I actually had a really, in my opinion, a really like eye-opening life change with my weight loss journey. I used to be a pretty heavy-set guy. Going into like high school, college area, I was closer to 300, and I think at my max I was like 340, 330, 340, so bigger guy. And my weight has always fluctuated. I've always gained a lot of weight, lost weight, gained a lot of weight, lost weight. I've always been on a roller coaster. And it wasn't until really 2020-ish where I just locked in. I became a lot more laser focused on understanding what I was eating. And then I changed my diet to become vegan. So I've been vegan for about 4 years at the time of this recording. And I just kept investigating. I kept learning, and I realized that our body is constantly trying to heal itself. It's constantly trying to heal itself. That's why you can get cut and you'll see the skin repair and the cells start to grow back. It's just kind of like my mom implied, the toxic food that can impede on that health and that healing. But when you supplement your body with fresh fruit and fresh vegetables, whole grains, and you're eating these foods that give your body nutrients, you can be the best version of yourself. I've been able to run marathons. I've run 2 marathons, 26 miles. You know, I've been able to do obstacle courses and all the just insane stuff that I accredit to the way that I eat and the way that I live. And food is power. It's so much of how we can operate. You know, even going back to just having energy throughout the day. Something as simple as that. Let's say you're not even trying to lose weight, but let's say you're just always tired. There's food. You know, food plays a big part in that. As our blood sugar gets spiked and then it crashes, that's why you have those energy surges throughout the day where your energy goes up and then it goes down. But learning how to regulate your blood sugar, learning how to use fiber and things like that to control how much sugar enters your bloodstream, like, it's so powerful. And I think that our smoothies, our juice bars are a gateway into those conversations. So to answer your original question, a lot of it I've learned from myself, but a lot of it I've also been able to appreciate being here at the juice bar and having those conversations with people, diving deeper when they ask me questions that I don't know, me looking it up and trying to understand as well so I can help them out. And I thank my mom because this is her vision. You know, these locations only exist because she had the idea in her head. And so when we talk about manifestation at that point as well, right? Big ideas that stay in your head, but they can become physical. They can become tangible if you believe in yourself and if you eat right. Because you need the energy to make it a reality. So make sure that you're eating some good food too.
Correct. No, thank you. Needed it. So, and you probably kind of answered it, but I just want to make sure. So you had people come in here and, you know, whether it's this location or other location, say, hey, I'm dealing with this. The doctors, you know, they put me on some prescription stuff, medical and this and that, but, you know, this is my blood pressure, whatever it is. Have you said, hey, listen, I'm not saying you're trying to play doc, but, you know, have you said, all right, here, try this right here, or gave them juices, and have they, you know, do you have any of those testimonies where people came in and thanked you for saying, yo, man, this juice or this smoothie right here, I was, you know, doing this right here, and, you know, now my blood pressure is back to normal, or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah, all the time. I've had conversations about hormones. I've had conversations about sleep. I've had conversations about blood pressure and blood sugar. People feel really vulnerable walking into our stores, and rightfully so. You know, we try to create that environment. But it's awesome. Some things I understand, some things I don't. And I'm always transparent about those things. As a fitness professional, you know the limits of what you can recommend and where they need to go seek advice from a doctor or another medical professional. But with holistic alternatives to your diet, a lot of the things we recommend are just what we believe you should give a try. We never kind of promise that this is the end all be all, this will solve all your problems, because everybody's body is different. Everybody's body is complex, and the information you're giving me may only be part of what's going on in your life.
Correct.
I don't know how you're sleeping. I don't know how much stress you're intaking. I don't know what your family's history is for blood pressure. I don't know all of that data, where a medical professional may be more privy to some of that. So I can share what I believe based on what I understand. But I always tell people as well to continue to research, learn more about yourself, learn more about the food that you're eating. And I hope that when you come in, you may find something that you were looking for. A good example was we had a lot of moringa tea that we were selling for a while. And moringa is known for the blood sugar and blood pressure. It helps out with regulation for those things. And so a lot of people would come in and they would tell me about, like, hey, I really was looking for something like this. You know, I was looking for a tea or something like that I can drink to help me, one, wean off of the sodas and a lot of the sugary drinks I was drinking, and two, something that would kind of introduce me to the world of controlling my blood pressure. And so it's a blessing. Once again, I'll always give it up to God and give it up to my mom too, but it's a blessing to even have the opportunities to be there for people.
Now, would you say, you know, they say, because, you know, we're both from New York is the melting pot and whatever have you, but to me, from what I've seen, as populated as New York is, that lately now, I'm not talking about back then, but lately now, it seemed like there's not really many Black-owned businesses in the sense, or as it should be, or there's a big support group in that. Coming down here to Raleigh, did you like get that feeling like it was more of a, you know, Black people come here, we gotta own more, we gotta own our business, own different things? Coming out again, visiting, this is what I see. It may not be, but this is what it looks like to me. Would you agree with that?
Not exactly. So the one thing I do agree on is before and now, present day. So 2005, 2006, when I did, 2004, I relocated down retail management. I was the only Black retail manager in the entire mall. And so that was very challenging, and a lot of lessons learned during that period of time that I had. And present day in Southeast Raleigh, I'm very proud to say that there are quite a few Black-owned businesses. Do we need more? Yes. But I'm very, very proud to say that there are many Black-owned businesses, not necessarily brick and mortar. So there are a lot of entrepreneurs that now exist, and I don't know if that's post-COVID, but we are able to really see a lot of services and materials that are being created and offered by Black-owned businesses.
That's important. That's important. So, do you feel, I mean, like, you've been in business for a while now, but do you feel that in general, Black people, whether they live in Raleigh or just coming from other states, cities, wherever, the support system, do you feel that Black people are taking it serious as far as their health, or they coming in support as much as you go to a fast food restaurant, or, you know, to get toxic food?
Right.
Do you feel the love, like, okay, people, you know, other Black people are really supporting, you know, my business and health? Yes.
So it is absolutely incredible, happily incredible, insane how the millennials and the Gen Zs are all about health. They are a no-nonsense group of people, which means that I heard a joke the other night. We had a comedy show here, and the comedian, quote unquote, she said, I just really admire the millennials. I love them. They're the only group of people that go to an interview ready to quit. And the thing is that they're no nonsense, and so they take that even with their exercise and with their food. So they're, unfortunately for fast food, they're feeling it. They are feeling it. So to answer your question in reference to the Black community, yes, all ages are supporting us, but we are seeing a lot of the younger people, which is great because these are lessons that they're going to teach their kids, and these are the ones who are taking home this knowledge to heal their parents, which is really key.
Real key.
Because as a black community, I'm about to get deep, but as a black community, we need it. We need the opportunities, and we need the availability. I went to North Carolina A&T, Aggie Pride, and the surrounding neighborhood. It's not full of health shops and places where you can get holistic alternatives or even cleaner eating. You know, a lot of the food surrounding us is cookout and fried food and French fries and fried chicken. And I'm not gonna, turn off anybody who eats like that, but I would just advocate for moderation. You know, learn to eat those things as well as learn to eat other things that can give your body a more well-rounded nutritional palate, and see if you can slowly start to migrate more into eating more fruits and vegetables and leaving the French fries and stuff maybe to 1 day a week or 2 days a week, instead of multiple days. So it's intense because you become passionate. You become passionate about us as a people. The powers that be focus on conditioning us. They focus on conditioning us to make us think that these are the only things we should be doing or eating. And it's not true. It's not true. So be open-minded. I know sometimes you might taste something and be like, ugh, what is that? But maybe do a little research and see how good it is for you. And if it is good for you, stick it out, because your palate will change. Your what you enjoy will change. I eat a lot of stuff that I probably wouldn't have never eaten back in the day. I was like, man, we ain't got no sauce to put on there, ain't no barbecue sauce to go on this.
Correct.
But now I appreciate it because I also know what it's doing for me. And so, for us to be the best version of ourselves, to show up for our family, show up for our kids, you want to have energy to play with your kids. You want to have energy to take your wife out on dates and not feel tired. You want those type of things. To do that type of things, we got to take care of our vessel. That's what we got.
And to go deep, see, I ain't want to go there, but you want to
peel the layers back. It can go deep.
I often ask myself, you talked about it. Why is it in our neighborhoods there is a lot of toxic foods? Mm-hmm. The purpose of that. Why is there always fried chicken? Mm-hmm. And different things of that nature, and heavily in black communities. But you touched on it. Mm-hmm. I also want to say what you're doing, what your mother's doing right now is liberating.
It is.
Is probably even revolutionary.
Yeah.
And necessary. And has there been any pushback, let's say from, this might be getting a little too political, but have there been any pushback from when you talk about the powers that be to try to shut down the store? Or to do certain things, right. Fines or anything to stop the family business from feeding the community.
Right.
If you don't want to talk about it, that's good.
It's one of those stay woke, my brother. Stay woke. I think
we may keep this in, we may not.
No. I'm all with it. I think that fortunately we haven't seen any very flagrant opposition to us. However, I've had moments that I just didn't like. Like I've had someone come and they asked us would we be willing to sell our store because they want to open up a hookah lounge, and they wanted to have a hookah / smoke shop right there. So to me that bothered me because where we are trying to hopefully spark other business owners, like my mom said, to anybody else who feels the same need to want to help the community build it. We shouldn't be the only juice bar. And of course, the competitiveness in me wants us to be the best, but there should not be only one juice bar. There shouldn't be only one smoothie bar. There shouldn't only be one health place in black communities. It should be flooded, where you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, different places you can go. And so for anybody who would come to the community and think that the best thing for it is a smoke shop, or how we Cookout just recently opened. I keep going back to Cookout. For anybody who doesn't know, it's like a chain in the South. The food
I just heard about it when I came down.
Yeah, it's a
here.
chain
Like,
in the South. They might be like, what's Cookout?
That ain't in New York.
Yeah. They got hush puppies for tries. This ain't an ad for Cookout. This ain't an ad. Look, they gonna be like, let me check it out. But we just got one of those, and it's disheartening because we grew up in these neighborhoods, you know what I mean? And so as far as if there's any flagrant opposition for us, I don't believe so, but I do always look around and see what gets added to the community, and I think that's very intentional. I think the people who come and they think that this would be, let's make a liquor store right here, let's make a gambling place, let's make a fried chicken place. I think that's very intentional, because the idea is that, well, they're not going to fight against it. They're going to buy it up. They're going to eat it up. You know, they're going to spend their money here, and that's not the truth. That's not who we are as a people. That's not. Don't ever let what media or anybody else tells you who Black people are. You have to know who we are. And we are smart. We're incredible. We're builders. We're engineers. We're doctors. We're lawyers. We're everything. And so we can't ever let anybody else try to put us in a box.
Thank you. So you, real quick, you brought up something. You talked about comedy here and your beautiful establishment. How did that come about? You know, because I've been to many places for juices, and I will say, and I'm not just saying it, is probably one of the best. I'm not. Your son gave me, he hooked something up for me. Nice. You know, so I got, shout out to him. Nice. You know, great smoothie. So how did that come about where you decided, okay, I'm also going to have like a comedy night here with juices? What was the motivation behind that?
Well, it started out with the first location at the hair salon. So we realized that adults needed an outlet that that didn't involve all the hoopla of a club. And so they just wanted a place to be relaxed. So we started out with game nights. We're adult game night, old school DJ, and we come in and challenge each other with Scrabble and Spades and Monopoly and all those other fun things that we remember. And so when we opened up the second location, which definitely has a lot more seating space, we now host open mic, which I didn't tell you about, but we have open mic every single Thursday. It is a place for creatives to come in. It is almost, my goal is to make it like the modern day gong show without the gong. And that might be too old for you. But the modern day gong show. So it's so respectful, but I'm waiting for the whistler to come in and the ultimate hula hooper to come in.
Okay.
But it's a great space. So we do allow people to come in and rent the space. So we had a promoter come, and he wanted to have a very intimate comedy show here, which the comedians were fantastic. We also have a live band. We opened up the space. This is a band in Raleigh that broke apart a couple of years ago. They're all retired gentlemen, and they sound fantastic. So they'll be having a show here soon also.
All right. And now what time, because you said Thursday, around, if someone is watching this right now and they want to know the time, what are the times?
So how
can they get into, if they wanted to do something,
okay.
Please.
So get in while it's good now, because the line is going to be out the door to showcase your talent. But we're at 434 Hill Street, and it's on Thursday starting at 8 p.m. And we actually continue until everyone has gone and expressed what they want to express for the night. And during those hours, the juice bar is open till we close. So it's great. On Thursdays, know that you could come late night and pick up some hot tea, some herbs, some skincare products, vegan goods, smoothies, or juices.
Wow. Okay. Now, the skincare products and different things, is that something that you make as yourself, or you have a group of people that, helps out with that?
So we have a program, and that's at both locations, where local businesses can purchase Well, we have two options. You can either purchase retail space, or you can put your items on consignment in the juice bar. We have some of the top vendors in Raleigh. We also have one of the fastest growing moisturizing companies called K-Shea Essentials, and their product, which I will show you before you leave, it sells off the shelves. It's amazing. So I'm very happy to offer this space for companies who are just online. So this way, customers can actually come in and feel and touch or smell the products prior to purchasing.
And they can get them online. They can buy them online.
They can buy them online as well. They can buy them at the store. They can ship from our store.
And what's the website? You know, just
So you can go to juicedjourney.com. That's juiced with a D, journey.com.
all right. Listen, she's doing big things, y'all. She's doing big things.
Yeah, and
She's
thank
doing
you.
Big things. She's
Thank
doing
you,
big
thank
things.
you.
And I'm gonna ask one more question. I know you busy. You know, is the goal? I said one more question, might be two.
Okay.
But,
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm enjoying this. It's fine.
you know, so you have 2 locations now. Is the goal to, you know, expand outside of Raleigh, you know, possibly, you know, to have your son take over the business at some point? What is your future you know?
So
I'm sorry if I'm going too far in,
no,
you know.
no. I always bite my nails when someone asks me that question, because it's a lot of hard work. I would love to see this expand, but in doing that, you know, we just have to make sure that the knowledge is also expanding as far as the herbs that we carry. And so I would love to see us like one at least in every town nearby. That would be great, because we do have customers who drive 30, 40 an hour to get here to pick up their order.
Wow.
And so it would be absolutely amazing. Now, as far as my children is concerned, they are phenomenal. It is as many families, you have that legacy that you want to have, a family business. So it has evolved to that. That was not the original plan, but my son, who you may meet a little bit later, he's an electrical engineer, and he is actually doing the work here and creating such a clientele because he cares. He's also into fitness and nutrition, fitness coach, and so he is really taking it to another level as far as consultations, as far as steering people in the right way, and also just making sure that people are following their doctor's instructions, and giving them hope. That, I think that's what our team and our staff does. So if you do see a juice opening up near you, just know when you walk in, that's what we're there for. We're there to make smoothies easier for you to consume, and also to encourage you during your journey, to know that you can do it, be a positive reinforcement to healing your body, because you can do it, you can do it.
Last question. What would you say, and I ask pretty much everyone this, what would you say to a young girl right now, young black girl right now that's watching you, that has aspirations on wanting to own her own business, own her own juice bar somewhere in the world? What would you say to her right now she's watching?
I would say, little girl, get yourself a composition notebook from the Dollar Tree, Walmart, and write down every single idea that comes into your head, every dream that you have, every vision that you see, any thoughts that come, whether it's positive or negative, write it down, because those are going to be the foundation to your business. You have to be able to focus on what you want. And a lot of times, I just want you to believe that if you conceive it, you can achieve it. And so I want you to have that notebook because it keeps you focused on what your path should look like.
You hear that? You know, the queen has spoken, you know.
Oh, thank you.
Now, the same question I asked your mother, I ask you.
Of course.
It's a younger version of you, younger black kid watching this right now that's possibly maybe dealing with issues with their weight or you know, cholesterol, whatever the case that may be. What would you tell this young teenager right now, this young boy right now that's watching this? What would your message to him be right now? That's, again, maybe want to start eating right and have a black-owned business or whatever case that may be. What would you be telling him right now?
Don't quit. The man that thinks he can and the man that thinks he can't are both correct. Don't quit, because you're only limited by what you believe yourself capable to do. That's it. Like, if you think that you can't do it, you can't. But if you think that you can, you'll get it done. And so that would be my advice to him. Don't quit, buddy. Your ideas may seem like they're a lot. It may seem like this is going to be hard. But guess what? You can do it. You're the one to do it. And you have people who love you and people that care about you that will be there to support you.
You can do it. Thank you for taking time out to be on this my podcast. Again, it's so important to have you on. It's so important for our people to take care of their health.
Yes,
and I commend you on the work that you are doing and making sure that you know we have healthy food instead of toxic food, because that is one of the keys to us to surviving.
Absolutely.
You know, is our health, and you're doing a fabulous job. And thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Again, come to Juiced, Raleigh, North Carolina. Again, she has 2 locations on 434 Hill Road, and the other one is
Quarry Road.
Road.
And if it's possible, can I share our phone number in case
Absolutely.
anybody wants to call us from afar?
Yes.
Because you don't have to be in Raleigh to get some assistance from us. 919-892-0327. So I'll repeat that one more time. Juiced at 919-892-0327.
And on that note, y'all, see y'all soon at her establishment.
Thank
Peace
you.
and love.